first few times that you swim, you get kind of like they call it afterglow. It can be so cold that when you get out, you'll get like almost a flood of warmth, like a rush of warmth across you, and it feels amazing. But then it will go quite quickly, and then you'll get almost like a cold to your bones inside feeling. I don't really like saying that swimming is a hobby because it has taken over everything, you know, it's your work, but I think something that you're particularly passionate about does take over everything. My mum was a great swimmer. She used to swim the Orkney Islands off the top of Scotland, and she's the kind of swimmer from the 40s and 50s when if you wanted to go swimming you had to swim outside. There wasn't swimming pools back then. So she made sure I swam from an early age. I went as a baby, and then I was one of those people who had to swim 5 nights a week. I went to swimming club every night. And yeah, she was like my kind of swimming inspiration, I suppose. I've always been quite an experimental photographer, making my own cameras and that kind of thing. It was always going to be that at one point the cameras would eventually come with me and I'd be experimental with them in the water, I suppose. It's always questions like how far do you swim, how cold's the water, it's those kind of questions. But I care little for distance, times, temperatures. I have no interest in getting in the lake and swimming. I'll get in and stay for as long as I want to, or as little time, I mean, I didn't used to photograph myself in quite the same way. I became more and more interested in the female form underwater because, I don't know, people don't like having cameras shoved in their faces, but they don't seem to mind having their body scantily clad photographed underwater. And I found it really interesting. And what it was the face has been removed. It doesn't seem to matter what shape or size you are. There's some kind of graceful beauty in it that I just found really interesting. I had spinal surgery this year and 4 months ago, so I've become really aware of how I move and how I feel, and that's sort of come into my work as well. In the last kind of year that I've been injured, if you like, the only time I felt comfortable was in the water. I like to feel the changes in the season in my skin. There's something amazing about, it's winter now, but as we come into sort of April, March, April, May, you'll feel the warmth in the water change. And it's something inside. It's not just on the surface of your skin, but you feel that warmth come inside. And equally, as it starts to get colder in winter, you'll feel the warmth go. And it's almost like a freshness. Someone described it yesterday as the water feels more pure as winter comes. And that's something that you feel inside. And I don't think you can get that from a thermometer. I'm a really big fan of deep water, and I suppose I'm always searching for that kind of ultimate abyss of nothingness. And it gives you a real clarity of thought as well when you're out there, and it's just you in the middle of a mountain lake.